Hey all, I'm your host Michael and welcome back to Awful Stories. As always, if you enjoy, make sure to leave the video a like and consider subscribing if you're new. With that said, let's begin. This story was posted by a user named Twitch Over Prawns in the relationship subreddit. The post is titled, "My boyfriend of 5 years has become infatuated with female Twitch streamers and it's making me feel like crap." So I knew he was into video games when we started dating. I'm basically the opposite of him in that department. I have never been interested in anything video game related. That entire nerd culture is not for me. Mind you, I have made an effort to understand his hobby, and over the years I've even found games I enjoy playing, but I would definitely not consider gaming to be a hobby of mine. I'll play rhythm games for about an hour once a week at most, for example. In the beginning of the relationship, the first couple of years or so, it was pretty difficult getting through to him because he was constantly on World of Warcraft. We had to set boundaries later on because I found he wasn't making any time for me and he was always on Twitch, either watching, streaming himself, or playing World of Warcraft, League of Legends, or whatever else. It got pretty bad, but we worked through it. His obsession with Twitch kind of dwindled and we were both seemingly happy. However, and I feel dirty even writing this, I feel worthless and absolutely disgusting and unwanted. Please don't judge me too harshly. One night before bed, as I was getting ready to lie down, he was watching a stream on his tablet of some famous female Twitch streamer. I happened to glance over and she was pretty scantily clad, big nerd glasses, her chest hanging out. I thought, whatever, he's just watching a game. This went on for a few nights in a row. Each time it was a different girl. He'd watch for a bit, turn it off, and immediately want to have intimacy. I've secretly felt like crap over it, but I guess last night kind of broke the camel's back. He set up a stream, started coming on to me in bed, and left his tablet propped up on the night table. I was going along with his advances, but tried to close the tablet when he told me, "No, leave it on, I want to watch her while I do you." I was pretty much in shock, didn't know how to respond, started crying, and left for the night. He didn't even really attempt to stop me. I got a half-effort sorry as I was leaving. Thankfully, my parents live about 5 minutes away, so I spent the night there. Since I left, he's tried to call twice and has texted me twice. One text was to tell me I'm overreacting. Am I? How do I approach this? I thought we were past it. I thought we had a decent relationship, but he clearly prefers watching women play video games over just having intimacy with me. Do I approach him or wait for him to approach me? Update. Last night I decided to meet him for coffee, mostly because my mother urged me to. I never told her the full extent of what exactly happened, but she knows it's video game related because we've dealt with this problem before. Anyway, I initiated the conversation via text and he agreed to meet me. I guess I don't know what I was expecting, closure maybe, because I was pretty sure I wanted to end it and stop trying to work things out, since I've been working on things for the past 5 years. It's just become tiring. Anyway, he went into defense mode right away, basically listing all the things I've done wrong in the relationship and why he's over me. These are the things I've done wrong. I declined going to Korea last year for vacation. He really wanted to go. I knew that if I went, I'd be left alone every day because his buddy would have come too. Also, there was a big League of Legends tournament happening at the time, so he would have been doing League of Legends related things and mentally fixating on the cosplayers while I explored the city alone or hung out in the hotel. I said I wasn't interested in going. He got huffy, but eventually got over it, or so I thought. I changed my appearance even though I knew he liked women with long brown hair. I decided to cut my hair fairly short and bleach it blonde not too long ago. It was time for a change anyway, and I'm very happy with how it turned out. He was not. I always refused to wear revealing clothing. He would constantly badger me about how I don't wear enough things that show off my chest and legs. I'm fairly modest, I'm not into that kind of stuff. I'm more comfortable in a t-shirt and jeans. He would want me to wear sundresses and plunging tank tops, but I always said no. My birthday gift this year was a pair of those giant wraparound headphones, headgear, I don't know what they're called. All the Twitch streamers wear them. He spent a fairly good amount of money on them, which sounds sweet, I guess, but I had originally complained that my old headphones sucked and that I needed new ones for the gym. He got me these bulky ones and got upset that I don't wear them much. He's asked me in the past to wear them, put my hair in pigtails, and wear revealing clothing around the house while wearing my glasses. I'm not even kidding. This guy is a major stereotype. I didn't play League of Legends, and I didn't enjoy sitting on the couch watching him play for hours. I don't know how to play the game. I tried numerous times and I suck. I didn't enjoy myself, so why would I keep at it? And I was not open-minded about anything. This is pertaining to the situation in the original post. Apparently, I'm not open-minded enough about being his, so this hurt his feelings too. I'm not accepting of his kinks, which is a total lie because I've agreed to do some pretty out there stuff in the past to appease him. I'm very open-minded about intimacy. I just would have appreciated a warning about the Twitch girl joining us in bed. I don't get along with his friends. I tried to, so hard. I tried to relate to those guys like you wouldn't believe, but they all literally have zero social skills. They're awkward and blatantly ignore my existence whenever I'm around. They start talking about things they're interested in and just disregard anything I say. They invite him to board game nights, asking if I'd be going too, as if they don't want me there. I was pretty much an outcast. So no, I tried, they just didn't want to be around me. So in conclusion, I told him I was done. He didn't really react dramatically. I think he's done with the relationship too. He can watch all of the Twitch he wants now and play League of Legends for 23 hours a day. That must be quite a relief. I'm going to the apartment later to pick up whatever I can. I'm staying with my parents until I find a new place. I feel oddly calm and okay with everything that's gone down in these last couple of days. This is almost a relief. Thanks everyone. I feel bad for laughing at this story, but it's so comical and ridiculous. Getting it out of the way immediately, the boyfriend is just terrible, and separating was the only right decision here. Clearly, the guy doesn't want his girlfriend for who she is, but instead wants to create this fantasy world where he can date his favorite streamers. I don't watch streamers and there's nothing wrong with watching them, but I do feel like a lot of people develop unhealthy parasocial relationships with them. This story obviously goes far beyond that and is unhealthy in a completely different way. I guess the same can be said for creators on all platforms, but I think it's even more common with streaming in particular. This next story was made in the AITA subreddit by a user named Zealous Ideal. The post is titled, "I filed a police report on a good friend who was caught on video stealing my boyfriend's camera at a dinner. She has refused to help me replace it or contribute to replacing it." We were out to dinner one night at an expensive hotel. My boyfriend let me borrow his Canon G7X $1,800 camera to bring along and take pictures with my friends. At the end of the dinner, I went up to the room and realized the camera was gone. I went right back down to the table, but no one had seen it. I immediately spoke with hotel security and she was on video, clear as day, taking the camera when my back was turned and shoving it into her purse. I initially covered for her with my friend and contacted her to find a resolution. She had taken the camera with her and my other friends to a club after dinner, which I did not attend, and lost it there. For background, this is a good college friend of mine whom I know well, the one who took the camera. She has been on free trips to Coachella and St. Bart's on my dime, not kidding, as well as many other outings. We have done a lot together and are good friends, so I expected her to feel sorry. Initially, she lied, saying she did not have it. When I told her we had video, she confessed and then said yes, she took it but lost it at the next bar she went to with my other friends. It is now gone. I asked her to help me replace it by splitting the cost with me. She has refused all reasonable resolutions and now I feel I have nothing left to do but file a police report and let them handle it. It is impacting my relationship and I am furious that my friend is not helping at all. Why should I be on the hook for something she stole? I have given her 3 weeks to help me resolve this, but she insists she is going to do nothing. I am being pressured by my boyfriend to either replace the camera or help him file a report with her information and the footage. I even asked her to contribute half or less than half of the cost to help, but she still refuses. I do not want her to get in trouble, but I am at the point where I feel she really does not care. Update. I sent her a text this morning telling her that if I do not receive the full cost of the camera or shipping confirmation of a new camera from an approved vendor to the provided address by the end of the day Friday, we will be filing a report with the police on Saturday morning. I felt like a jerk typing this out to her, but I have to do it. Final update. She told me she is sick of me and that I will be receiving a tracking number by 12 Eastern on Friday, and not to blame her if the package is never received. I told her that if she were my real friend, she would be sorry and that I will not allow this to be flipped on me in any way. Should I ask if the camera is new or the one that disappeared? She sent me a tracking number via FedEx. It says the package is awaiting shipment. I have asked her repeatedly if she is sending me the original camera, assuming it magically turned up, or a new one. She refuses to answer and only tells me to stop bothering her. I am more and more convinced my friend, the one who took the camera, stole it, hoping that I would just replace it for my boyfriend, effectively gifting her a free camera. For background, this friend is heavily involved on Instagram and loves taking pictures. The Canon G7 is coveted by many because it is known as the go-to Instagram camera. Even if you wanted to buy one at full price, they are out of stock everywhere. Let's hope it gets returned with this tracking number. FedEx still says awaiting package, even though the shipping information was sent to them at 7 p.m. yesterday. The original camera was returned via FedEx the other day and has been given back to my boyfriend. However, the friend who took it has blocked me on all social media. It appears she was trying to keep the camera for herself and expected me to just buy a new one for my boyfriend. This felt more dragged out than it needed to be. A lot of the comments were pretty harsh on OP, which I can understand, but at the same time, I don't think all of them are warranted. It's fine to try to maintain or balance multiple relationships when conflict arises, but at some point, you have to realize where you stand. In this case, I would not have let this drag on for several weeks. OP even offered to split the cost, which I don't think should have been offered at all. I would have gone straight to filing a police report if the friend refused to return the camera instead of trying to compromise.